Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
And I'm Mike.
And today, Subscriber Sample Saturday. So today's Subscriber Sample Saturday is brought to you by Danny Dodd. Thank you, Danny, for sending this in. So this happens to be sample number 10. And I wanted to do this one because when we did it, this one is, let me actually get your key here, doing it a little bit different because we had already cracked this, so we already know what it actually is. So one of these two glasses, and he's going to cheat while I'm doing this, is the Jack Daniel's number 27 Gold Maple Wood Finish. It was $100. It's a Tennessee whiskey. It comes in at 80 proof. It's 4.5 years on it. Then you had sent this one in and we cracked it. And I wasn't sure I got a huge maple. The other one, I took a sample of Old Number 7 Jack in there. So we're going to do old Blind Fight Friday rules. Mike was out of the room. I poured for him. I was out of the room. He pours for me. We may or may not be drinking the same thing at the same time. So you're going to know what we're drinking because you're going to see the B-rolls and stuff like that. But we're going to see right now. So let's get into it. And again, I'm not sure, whether I'm going to be able to do it. I said, this is going to be a fun one just to see if, because I remember when we did it, you kept saying there's a sweetness. I'm going to see if there is a difference in the nose because Jack, to me, always has that banana sweetness anyways.
To me, there's no huge difference in noses. If you want my little head start that I had.
That's right. And again, depending on how you poured for me and how I poured for you, we may or may not be drinking the same thing. I didn't think I was going to dislike either one of these two. It's funny because, again, going back to when we were kids and going back to the beginning of the channel, how much we shit on Jack. And you know what? Yeah. Even this, whatever this is, you get, I never got a banana flavor off of Jack when I was doing shots and hating life. You know what I mean?
I still don't, so it doesn't help me. But still don't. I'm not even.
You almost just made that go up to my nose. You really did?
That's a sad day if that happens.
Oh, you almost just did. Again, one is solid. One is very good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think it's funny for all you guys that have done it. When you have somebody else come over the house and you're adamant, you can taste something and they're sitting right next to you and they can't. To me, it's hilarious. I think it's funny. Everybody tastes something different. That's why I never really worried about giving the proper tasting notes because there's no such thing. It's whatever you conjure up in your head.
A lot of people think there is.
No, I understand that. And
we're not.
I'm going to say people that are better than us, maybe there really is. You know what I mean?
And I agree.
Again, just because they taste it doesn't mean that you're going to taste it. That's the whole point. It's subliminal.
Yeah, because obviously the guy at Treehouse is tasting something way funkier.
I don't know.
Way better than what
that guy is always huffing pain or something because that is horrible. I have no idea what he could possibly be thinking. And I apologize if anyone from Treehouse is watching. But man, that has got to be one of the worst new makes I've ever tried in my life.
They might be due out for their first bourbon. I'll have to check on that. Not the White Lightning shit or whatever we had before. This nose is a little sweeter on mine.
It is funny, like on the palate, I think I actually got a little bit more of an oaky presence. I'm not sure I could say it's a maple presence, but...
I'm not getting maple on either one of them.
No. Not like when we did like the knob maple. I'm going to say the nose.
That's what I just...
The palate and everything seems better in my glass too. I don't know if we're drinking the same thing.
I'm going to almost say the same thing because I was expecting that. I'm like, how are we not going to know there's maple? So... that this is already thrown.
But there's a difference when Plasma Stone sent in and we did the knob maple, that was maple like crazy. And then we did the Widow Jane one, Decadence, I think it was called, from Widow Jane. And that was like whiskey with a hint of maple. There's a big difference in that.
I'm not really getting a huge maple in either one of these.
We can knick-knack. No, but what I was getting is a complexity and a fullness on glass 2 that I don't think I got on glass 1. So I'm going back now to glass 1, but... So to me, it could be opposite you. One drinks more water-esque. It's not as thick. It's not as viscous. It doesn't stick as long. It's still good. I think they're both they're both no proof on it. But I'm going to go back to glass 2. To me, and again, I'm not convincing you which one's which. One of them, though, to me, is significantly thicker, which is my glass 2. It has actually a better nose. Mm. It's more oily. It's more viscous. It's better. I wonder if I should have put this up against your one you love back there, the Sinatra there. I'll be interested to
The
see.
one I love.
Did I say that in the wrong tense? Hey, buddy. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'd walk by it if I were you. But
Mhm.
and to be
Huge.
honest, and to be honest, if his is $100 and this is 23,
Just took the words out of my mouth.
I'd walk by this one too.
Yeah.
Because I don't have, there's nothing screaming totally different.
Whatever glass 2 is, I'm going to do it one more time just to finalize in my head. Mm-hmm. Whatever my glass 2 is significantly better. There is a bigger sweetness on it. There's more flavor on it, but it's not $70 better. You know what I mean? I 100% agree with you. I'd buy like 5 bottles of the old number 7 for the price of it. You know what I mean? However much is, what is it, average of $30 usually? 25 to 30?
25 to 30.
Yeah. So
I'm not seeing anything majorly different.
it's not 3 times better. Oh, I'm getting a definite difference of thickness in one of them. So we'll give you a couple minutes to finalize your decision on there. I personally think, in my case, I think I have to go with the more expensive one, tastes better, which is my glass number 2. I'm going to just verify it. I'm going to go from 2 to 1 this time.
My 1 is fairly easy.
Mm-hmm.
So is the sweetness here's where I think
keep
too much.
talking to yourself and you talk yourself into the wrong thing. Which one do you think is better? You do what you want. You can pick whatever you want.
This is my own little in-house battle.
Mm-hmm.
It's my little single BB that just ricochets.
Mm-hmm.
But
in this one, I wanted to see if I could pick it out. I agree. My 1 drinks softer and it's more water-esque. My 2 sticks on better and it has more flavor. I personally like 2 better. So I'm assuming it's the maple. But
see that? But that's then I think back to our childhood and it was always rough around the edges. And is it the 7?
well, let's be honest. Is either one of them rough around the edges?
No.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's none of these. They're soft as silk. Both of these are delicious because we're drinking higher proof stuff. Back when you would just drink 14 beers and then someone said, let's go do a shot. And then it drank.
Then we were doing like this whole thing or more.
Right.
Because none of us knew how to pour.
No,
more was better. And
right.
Till you got sick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna almost say I think we're drinking the same. I like 2 better myself.
Yeah.
And I
think that might be the maple.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with you. I mean, either way, I definitely give the nod to whatever 2 was. But I will stick to the guns if it is the maple.
The suck part is, in my little head, the maple should be the sweeter one and the smoother one, which then would lead me to believe that that's
well, you
one.
Can change it. I have no idea. I honestly don't remember what I poured for you. I wrote it down for a reason because I'm stupid. But if you can, we got you. Let me know what you think. Okay, the maple one doesn't have to be the better one at that point. It doesn't even matter. Which one do you think is the maple? This is a testament to the fact that there's not a ginormous, drastic difference between either one of them. And honestly, if I'm going to pay $100, I'm going with the single barrel proof, and you know what I mean, beyond a shadow of a doubt. So let's just
any of the above.
But thank you, Danny, for sending these in. But you let me know, Danny, if you've done this. Like I think my 2 is. I think it's better
because this is so simple. Not even simple, but it's just so easier than this. I kind of like the extra, but I think I honestly think that 1 is the maple and 2 is the Jack.
All right, that's fine.
And I'm going to go with sweetness is going to overtake.
And you're picking your 2 is your better one.
Yep. And
then so let me do Mike and then me, just so I have an idea in case we're different. And you think maple is on your left?
Correct.
Okay, so the regular Jack 7 was on your left. The maple was on your right.
All right.
So you actually picked the maple as first and Jack as second.
Yep.
And I think maple is on my right. I think Jack, old number 7, is on my left.
Well, you got them right.
Okay, so maple was on my right. And old number 7 was on my left. And I picked the maple. So, I mean, hands down, the maple
maple's on your left. And old number 7's on your right. 1, 2.
He can just not write left and right. All right. If are you sure?
Yes, 1, 2.
All right. Well, then it's a draw because this one is definitely better. Hands down to me.
I agree.
This is why we don't do these anymore because I can't trust what he's writing
What?
down over there.
It's
I don't
it's
understand.
written down. 1,
So-
2.
So we both guessed them wrong then.
It's, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I don't know about any of that. I would bet $1,000 the other way around, but I can tell you whatever's in my right hand is definitely thicker, richer, and better. That one is more water-esque.
Sweeter.
Now I'm even more curious, Danny, if you've done this, which one you actually like better, just out of it all. But there you go. That just goes to show, though, there isn't a significant difference between the two. And both of them, I would buy a bonded or I would buy the single barrel proof over
Triple mash.
over either one. That's what I'm saying. Any product over the baseline of either
And
one of them.
definitely not Sinatra.
No, right. No. But
So they're honestly, they're kind of cute because they got a lot of little gimmicks, whether they use the race cars or whether they use whoever, and they're usually not high proof.
No.
And they're $50, $60, $70 more. So that's something that I've learned. Just shopping with them, that's their little downfall.
I can't
When they
believe
put
that's
out
the
their
case.
bigger shit, it's worth getting.
Right. So, well, there you go. This was inconclusive at best. It was a draw. Nobody won, but because you're saying I actually picked old number 7 to be the winner.
Yeah, number 2 is 7.
All right, because you confused me. So you had number
you have,
2.
You
So
have maple as
on my
one.
right was old number 7 because you said
Correct.
it different on a thing. All right, let me put that this way, and I'll try to decipher what the hell went on with this. But well, there you go. That is Subscriber Sample Saturday, the most confusing Subscriber Sample
Probably
Saturday
so.
ever in the history of mankind. But we'll leave
But
it at
thank you.
that. No, thank you, Danny, for sending these
all
in.
of you that have supported.
And sorry
this
to
little
everyone that we were trying to clarify something and we did not. So
Yeah.
there it is. But we just
game. Not the first time.
we are just in the state of confusion. That's it. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more.
Cheers. I didn't even fuck it up. I went nothing on the other side.